All right, here up for auction at no reserve, we have our beautiful 1994 Ford F250 Powerstroke. It's extended cab, 2-wheel drive, XLT, so it's got all the options, but it's got the really rare 5-speed manual transmission. So in 1994 was the first year for the Powerstroke. They didn't start putting the Powerstroke badge on the fender until 1995. So any 1994 and a half F250 that got the direct injection, which is the Powerstroke, only had the manual. You could not get the if it was an automatic in 1994, it was the IDI 7.3 liter. So it's a really cool truck. These are really hard to find with the manual transmission. It's this beautiful color combo of it's Calypso green metallic, the teal, and then the dark tourmaline metallic in the middle. I don't believe this has had any paint work ever done. It looks like it's kind of starting to sprinkle here a little bit, so we'll kind of get going here. But there's no bubbling in the paint or anything like that. Paint's really nice and shiny. There is some aging that I'll kind of go through. You know, the headlights are nice and clear, but you do have a little bit of aging in the chrome right here. This is real common for the OBS trucks, just by the water falls off right here. It just wears in the bezels for some reason. You have a little bit of condensation in the corner lights. Chrome looks good. There's a little bit of aging in the top of it and some surface scratches and stuff like that. I'll go real slow. Moldings and trim look really good for being, you know, 30 years old. You know, there's a little bit of fading, and you can put trim dress up and stuff on that, but I try to avoid that and try to show the truck in its honest condition the way it is, because it looks great in my opinion. Again, you have some condensation. Headlights are nice and clear. I have a 97 also. I've had it for quite a few years. Just love these OBS trucks. The cool things about them is you can buy tail lights, headlights, and corner lights probably for about 60 bucks. So they're really cool. You can get new wheel well trim if you wanted. You know, each wheel well trim does have, you know, a little bit of aging and fading, some little scratches. There's a chip in the hood here. You can see there's a couple, you know, as I'll pop the hood and take the pictures, there's some chipping on the back cowl right there. We did replace the front window, replace the batteries with new interstates. Door sweeps look good, but there is some very slight surface scratches on the glass there, but the sweeps have been replaced. It did have a canopy on it at one point, and I can only tell that when I get to the back. You'll see the tailgate. They always put a little like wear on the tailgate, but there was obviously a little bit of wear here from something, maybe I'm not sure what they had going on, but you'll see that in the inside here's a little wear, and there's a little hole right here. So I'll kind of leave that for the next owner what to do. Honestly, what I would do if it was my truck and I was gonna keep it is just put a little bit of silicone in there, but I didn't want anybody to think I'm trying to hide anything. I love this truck because it has the matching fiberglass running boards. Those are extremely hard to find, but they've really protected the underside of the body. I mean, you have some entry wear here, but there is really no stone chips on the on the Calypso. The Calypso, now I'll get my little rag here so you can see. So you can see the paint's real nice and shiny. There's no real stone chips on the Calypso green, the lighter teal. There's some, you know, some chips here and there. Wheel wells are really nice. Absolute rust-free truck. It's always been in Washington State. It's kind of about as close as you know, one owner as you could get. First owner only owned it for a couple years. The third owner that's still on the title now owned it in 2001. So they've had it for quite a while. Didn't put very many miles on it at all. It sat for a number of years. There is some fading and some wear on the paint right here. You can see, I mean, you gotta get really close. This color is really beautiful. It's a light color, so you don't see a lot of the imperfections. So I'm gonna try to nail everything for you. A little bit of wear there. Mirrors look good, but there is some areas, like I'll talk about, these OBS trucks are faults and their mirrors. I mean, I've had trucks with 30,000 miles. Actually, I had a 97 regular cab with 17,000 miles. That was an old fleet truck I had about 7 years ago, and the mirrors were all rusty. It's like, not too sure what they did there. And they used these mirrors forever. They never really changed it. A little chip right there. All original, one-piece pinstriping, top and bottom, which is why I believe this thing's never had any paint work. Plus, it all matches, and there's no tape lines or overspray anywhere. But you do get a little bit of the feathering on the top edges of some of the pinstriping, and you'll see it in the photos. So kind of make note of that. Little kind of surface scratch on the dark tourmaline metallic right here. Again, nice rust-free. You know, kind of make sure no water bubbles are getting on here. Nice rust-free wheel wells. You can see inside the wheel wells. You know, not spotlessly clean. Of course, they've been on the road for 30 years, but really damn clean. 26 state code tires. Got my alarm. I gotta go snag my kids here in a little bit. Original Ford hubcaps. Wheels are super clean behind here, so you're not gonna need tires for a long time. Locking gas caps. Of course, it's a little dirty behind here, but it's got the original diesel fuel only. A lot of times when vehicles get repainted, you'll see that's painted over. Again, a little dirt. Tail lights, nice. You get a little bit of darkening in that rear backup. Again, you can get these brand new for 20 bucks shipped to your door. It's insane. Obviously, they're not Ford pieces. You have some little edge chips here, chip right there. And here's, it's really faint, but if you can look down here, there's just like right here, there's a little bit of wear in the paint evenly across here. Sorry about these rain bubbles. Forecast says no rain, but this is Washington. From like where the canopy would come down the rear hatch, and they always have that little rubber piece that wears. So you're gonna have your little chips here and there. This tiny little ding. Other than that, there's no dents. So if you want to get crazy, you could just have this top area painted, and basically the tailgate would be really nice mint. I love it the way it is. I'm an original paint guy. This stuff does not bother me. I mean, this is just stuff you can't really get around for the most part on a 30-year-old truck. But the overall condition of the truck is just amazing. Tail lights are nice and smooth still, but they're, you know, if you get real close, little chips and get crazy with it, and of course you're gonna have a little bit of fading. Rear bumper trim looks good. Bumper's got a little bit of, the chrome's got a little bit of aging on the corners. Tiny little ding here. You know, a couple little marks on the bumper cover. But you can get brand new bumper if you want to get crazy. You can get new covers for the middle and the top. But they're not all tweaked out. These bumpers are not the strongest in the world. If you bump into something right here, it'll tweak them up. And a lot of times they'll get in the body. That has not happened for this truck. You'll see a little bit of wear. The tire kicks up stuff over the years, and that's the same fading I'm talking about on the other corner. It just wears on the chrome. Again, normal wear for a 10-year-old truck nowadays. Go real slow here. A couple little chips here. The driver's side usually always seems to have, on any truck, has a little bit more wear on the paint on the bed sides, just because driver usually is loading in from the driver's side. You can see really nice wheel wells, beautiful pinstriping, one-piece pinstriping all the way around. They don't make these, so if you get a truck repainted, you got to basically go like a big dark green piece and then put a silver one on the top. Same, pretty much identical wear as the driver's side. So let's make note of what I said over there. Look how nice and shiny the paint is. And it's killer to have the hubcaps that still have the Ford emblem. Again, you could buy these hubcaps that look identical, about 60 bucks to your door, you know, 60 to $100, but they do not have that Ford emblem. And that's always the give tail. There's a little chip right there. A little bit of kind of, you know, pit marks on the door handle. Little chip there. Kind of like chip up there. Roof looks good. You know, the paint's not probably as shiny as the rest of the truck, just because the roof doesn't get as much love. This is another OBS thing. These just get real faded, along with the wheel well trim. The type of aluminum, as you can see here, it's faded. The type of aluminum they use, it's tough to even polish up. Like, look at the mirror here. You know, when it comes to trim, like the mirrors and the wheel well trim, I just replace it with the aftermarket stuff, because you really can't tell the difference, and they're just nice and shiny. Even if they go to crap in a couple years, they're so cheap. You know, a little aging in the chrome there. Hubcap's got a couple little scratches here and there. So this is what I'm talking about. This is turbo diesel. This is what you'll see in 1994. And then in 1995 it says Powerstroke, but take a look under the hood. It's that direct injection Powerstroke motor. So take you on the inside here. Really nice shape on the dash pad. Pretty much all original in here, except for it has the Clipchamp trailer brake controller. It's a period piece, but it's still sold today, so no reason to replace that. Pioneer CD player. Inside the glove box is super clean. You have original owner's manual, still nice in its home. Got your XLT emblem. No cracks in the dash, but there's some wear. People tend to put some stuff up there and it'll slide around. I'm guilty of it too. It's a great place for my cell phone, but now we got these rubber cases so they don't slide. Carpets look really good. You know, there is some, I took out the, you know, there's no floor mats. I got rid of them just because I wanted you to be able to see the carpets. There's going to be a little bit of darkening. If you really want to get in there and try to shampoo it out, you probably can get it to really bounce back. Again, this is in good shape. It's tight to the floor. A lot of times people mess around with these, or they'll just snap up from the age, and you'll get fumes and it'll be really loud. One thing that is common on the OBS truck to be missing is this little slide piece. So it's cool to see it's there. I kind of just don't really know why they even made it, why you'd want to cover that up, but mine's always open. Also the coin, that thing's usually missing, the coin holder. Kind of something of the era they don't make anymore. No wear. So it is seatbelts for 6, 3 in front, 3 in back. This is the 40-40-20 that everybody wants. It's just a little bit firmer than the bench. It's a lot firmer than the captain seats, and you just fit a little bit better in these things. Plus you can slide this forward and people can get in and out. Trim's really nice. Rear seats got seat belts for 3. It is sagging a little bit in the corners. If anybody's had a headliner, when it heats up, it kind of does pull up. There's a little sagging area right there, but it does pull up. The dome light working, visor's all nice and tight. So those are more just to the back area. You know, this we did try to address this, but it does not seem to come up. So, but again, I would just put a floor mat on there. But we want to show everything because although it is our truck, we're not going to be the next owner that's going to keep it. I'd love to keep all of them, but it kind of creates problems in life with space and to-do lists. I just love the OBS trucks. I believe you cannot beat the body style. Really nice. Again, we got a bunch of photos, you know, probably 35 photos of the underside, a bunch of photos under the hood. Oh, there is a, let me get back here. This is really difficult to see, but there is a little bit of aging you can see right here in the paint. I mean, this paint is beautiful, so it's tough to see, and a lot of people will not see this stuff, but I want to point it out to you. There's just a little bit of fading here, and then there's a little bit of imperfections in the paint here. This one is almost impossible to get. I tried 17 times to take photos of it, and I just cannot get it to work. But just right here, just in this area, there's like a little bit of imperfections in the paint. Take you to the driver's side. Again, same condition as the passenger side. No wear and tear here. Beautiful condition. 124,000 and some change on the odometer. A little bit of fading in the trim here. Door hinges on both sides are beautiful condition. Both doors, I don't know if I said over there, have some fading up here. Again, common OBS thing. Another common OBS issue is on the 20-40-40 seat, these just get broken. People catch them, the back of them with their pant leg getting out, and they pop them off. Just keep your eye on eBay. They pop up for $5 to $15. I just like the captain seats where you have the plastic center console missile in the center. You know, I call that the Bronco seats. What's real common is they have a fold down armrest that people always break. So it's just kind of the common stuff of this era. Some get it, most do. All right, let's take you underneath the hood here. The video's getting super long, but this truck is beautiful and I don't want to miss anything. Brand new interstate batteries. The piece that clips in here for the spare tire is included. It's just we took it out and the batteries were put in and I forgot to put it back in, so it's in storage and I'll try to grab it when I get back. Really clean. Again, I'll be asked a lot of times that what's missing for these trucks is this cover. People get lazy, they put a battery in it and they don't put this piece back, but especially this, the direct injection, the Powerstroke cover. It's awesome. This has an access panel for your fuel filter. I don't know why people tend to take them off, but most of the Powerstrokes you see will be missing that beautiful piece, and that's kind of like the crown jewel when I pop open a hood and looking at a truck. It's all right. I'm gonna get it fired up and gonna take this thing for a rip. Beautiful original paint, 124,000 mile Powerstroke 5-speed going at no reserve.